installations of the Israeli army. These photos are being released on Facebook, Twitter, and to news agencies like Reuters, who, for example, released a picture of a bleeding girl carried by her father. Later on, they had to issue a correction when they discovered the picture had already been released 3 times in 2006, 2009, and now again. And the girl had a swinging accident, nothing to do with the crisis in Gaza. Now another picture's in circulation of what looks like the boot of an IDF soldier stamping a young Arab girl who's lying on the ground. An officer from the special unit in the IDF spokesman's office, who looks at the provenance of these pictures, told Channel 2 TV News the picture comes from Bahrain and has nothing to do with the Mideast crisis in this region. Well, is this a known phenomenon? That's the question we asked Lance Strate, Professor of Communication at Fordham University in the US, who's in Israel presently as guest lecturer at the School of Media Studies College of Management Academic Studies in Rishon LeZion.
It comes down to the fact that pictures, first of all, have an enormous impact well beyond words. Words leave us distanced from the topic, and pictures speak to us in an immediate way and in a powerful way. They elicit emotional responses, and particularly pictures of that sort elicit anger and moral outrage. So they're a very powerful weapon to be wielding.
Now, a respectable network like Reuters has used the same picture 3 times, in 2006, 2009, and now once again, a picture of a child with a bleeding face being carried by her father. And in the end, they find out, they have to issue an apology, that this has nothing to do with war or fighting. She was actually hurt by a swing or something. Why can't a respectable organization, Reuters, check their pictures?
It's a great question, and actually one problem would be just turnover of personnel, but the bigger problem is that you simply cannot do a search on images the way you can for verbal statements. If you think about doing a Google search, for example, you can say, if you have a quote, you do a Google search and you can find out where that quote comes from. But if you have an image in front of you, there's no way to plug it into Google and find that image on the internet, and there's nothing in the image that helps you to identify where and when it was taken necessarily. And I know they're developing technology that is going to solve this problem, or at least alleviate the problem, but we're not quite there yet.
Professor Lance Strate, a specialist in communication and media studies.